One of the three Russian companies indicted by special counsel Robert Mueller for alleged election meddling is fighting back in court. Concord Management and Consulting said in a court filing that it will ask the court to dismiss conspiracy charges. The company's fight could become a new challenge for Robert Mueller's year-old investigation. According to court filings, the company also wants to see grand jury materials. If grand jury testimony and jury instructions are released, it could reveal what Mueller has been focusing on and what evidence he has. For more on this, we're joined tonight by attorney and former Georgia State Representative LaDawn Jones, and also with us tonight is attorney and GOP strategist Ken Vecchio. Great to have both of you with us tonight. This is about sources. This is about show me the documents. Is this a defining moment, LaDawn, right now for the Mueller investigation? Because it would seem to me that the government's going to have to make a decision whether they're going to try to prosecute this company or not.
No, I don't think so. I think this is a normal part of the process of a prosecution. Whoever is being prosecuted always asks for all the information to be turned over. This is a federal case, and there are limits on discovery. There are limits on time when these things have to be turned over. I will say that because there is a heightened attention paid to this case, Mueller has to be very cautious to make sure that he has all of his ducks in a row before he comes out against any company, Russian or not.
The company says that, Ken, that this is just a joke, that it was Mueller who had to do something because of political pressure. But there will be discovery where they're going to have to quote people as to prove that this is why they filed these charges against this company, which they claim was meddling in the election. It seems to me this could be a very revealing moment. How do you see it?
Look, there's a basis for why we have a constitution. We're talking about the most fundamental rights here. Even though this is a foreign individual and this is a foreign company, doesn't mean that the Constitution is thrown out the window. So absolutely, Mueller's team is going to have to turn over every piece of evidence that relates to that case. And I'm tired of hearing about matters where federal prosecutors will withhold things until the last second. Most federal prosecutors do the right thing. And I expect the Mueller team to do the right thing here. And they're going to have to turn over all the discovery here. And if that reveals information that pertains to other cases, well, so be it. And this brings me to the most important point that's right now in our news is, why hasn't Rod Rosenstein turned over the scope memo? You know, this reminds me of what happened when Devin Nunes put out the information in his memo that the sun was going to fall to the earth if the Department of Justice had to turn over the information related to those FISA warrants, and it didn't. You know what it revealed, Ed? That we have civil liberties that need to be protected.
If this goes to trial, Mueller is going to have to put people on the stand that are going to indict this company. This company calls it a joke, says it was for political purposes why he had to do this. So he's going to be showing his cards, LaDawn. I mean, this is not only a legal tactic for a company to defend itself, but I just think it's so terribly revealing, and there is some risk here for Mueller, isn't there? I mean, is it worth going after this company if they've got something bigger down the road?
Possibly. Now, remember, the case that Mueller is investigating may be about involvement with the Trump campaign in Russia. However, that does not stop him or limit him from indicting a case or presenting to the grand jury on other connections not even related to the campaign. And so if this company has any type of involvement, has committed any type of crime, campaign finance, other connections, that can still be prosecuted. So it may not be that dangerous. And I think Mueller has been a prosecutor long enough to know not to bring forward something if you have not reached the levels of probable cause and beyond a reasonable doubt.
LaDawn, does it trouble you that the Justice Department has not been forthcoming with documents that Congress has requested? Is this the way it's supposed to work?
It's not troubling at all. We have 3 separate branches of government in the United States for a very specific reason. And the investigation that is going on in the judiciary process is completely separate from the laws and the politics
LaDawn,
that
this should be troubling to you. I'm sorry, but this should be troubling to you because of the reason you just stated. We do have 3 different branches of government, and Congress has every right to request certain documents that are related to this matter, and the fact that they're not forthcoming with it should be very alarming. The scope of this investigation has gotten way out of hand, and while a prosecutor has a right to go ahead and look into things, and if they uncovered, for instance, a murder that was unrelated to this, yeah, I can understand why they're going after it. But it's pretty clear to me at this point that this is truly a witch hunt that it's gotten into, as many of these special investigations that are getting into.
LaDawn,
somewhere along the line, it's got to stop.
LaDawn, I'll give you the last word.
Well, see, here's the problem with that. Congress people, many of them are not lawyers. They're not prosecutors. They're not criminal defense lawyers. And so they are interfering in a process in the judicial system that has not been completed yet. And they're doing that for political purposes. And so I don't give any credibility to Congress and what they're asking for. I want Mueller to finish the investigation. If there's no there, we'll find out. Just let the man do his job.
All right. LaDawn Jones, Ken Del Vecchio, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate it very much.
My pleasure.